Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the March 26, 2024 legislative session, Town of Ossining. Please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Apologize. Right. Councilmember Minicchio.
Here.
Councilmember Weiss.
Present.
And Supervisor Feldman.
Present.
And Councilmember Fields to Will. Here. Thank you. All right. Departmental report. Do you want to start with the highway superintendent? Will our gentleman get situated?
Sure.
Highway.
It's always a pleasure to hear.
Highway superintendent, cemetery superintendent, Pete Conley.
Yay.
Good evening, everybody. So let's see what's going on in the highway department. Since January, we responded to 8 winter-related snow and ice storms. There was a 10-inch storm on the 13th of February, with the crews working 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. And a 2-inch storm on the 17th of February, where we worked 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. And, to avoid the corrosion on the trucks, all the vehicles are washed after each storm. Drainage work was completed on Hawks Avenue and Brookside Lane. We're looking for our next drainage project to be held on Ganong Drive near Parker. It's going to eliminate water runoff that makes icing conditions during the winter months. And we've been keeping up with potholes. I know we get a lot of calls on them, but we do keep up on them. And most of them are on state roads, to tell you the truth. So we just give them the state hotline number. We've begun the next phase of our road sign replacement program. This has been going on about 2 or 3 years. Just make sure our road signs are up to code. They're faded, bent, got hit. We just go out and take an order and replace them. Our sanitary sewer lift stations continue to be inspected monthly, Madam Supervisor, and sanitary sewer line hotspots are flushed. Those are the lines that we have trouble with occasionally, and we'd like to keep up on them ahead of the curve and flush them out early. So 3 workers of our department attended the You Dig New York Safe digging seminar, which was held in Yorktown. That helps us when we're doing excavation. We've been working together with the Parks Department on projects on Cedar Lane Park and Ryder Park. We've recently submitted the town's yearly recycling report to the County of Westchester. Our stormwater discharge outflows were all inspected as required every year. And as an update, the salesman for our new Packer truck informed me that will be coming in next week. So we're looking forward to that. That vehicle will replace our 1993 Packer. And that truck is used weekly for yard waste pickup, leaf pickups during the fall, and storm-related incidents. And of course, we continue with our weekly yard waste pickup, road sweeping, vehicle repairs, tree inspections, and office administration. At Dale and Sparta cemeteries, we continue with burials and grave sales. The crew right now is working on spring cleanups of the grounds, repairing the grave sites that we had over the winter months with topsoil and seed. And this winter, we took on a little project. You might notice the organization markers in front of graves, fire department, veterans, but I have a tendency to spin around with the flags on them and what have you, and makes for a bad look. So we started setting them in concrete and locking those emblems a little tighter. So it's gonna make for a nicer look in the cemetery. We completed section 5 on that. So at a monument repairs will again be done in Sparta Cemetery. We're gonna keep up with that again this year. About all I have.
Thank you. Okay. Questions?
Happy to hear that the Packer truck's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It'll go right into service right away.
Yeah,
Does it
yeah.
have to
Once
be
we
sprayed
insure it,
down
yeah.
and all that? No.
Insure it and register it. Yep. So it'll probably be, within 2 weeks anyway. But going,
I
yeah.
had the old one held up this.
You want to buy it?
No, no.
No, okay.
And
Right.
we'll be putting the old one out to bid to auction,
Correct. With some other equipment.
with some other equipment.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you, Pete.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for all you do.
So we have Lieutenant Andrew Mariana, and we have the chief with us this evening, Aaron Zimmerman.
Microphone.
You gonna let him stay over there?
Do you want to talk at the mic or?
Whatever, whatever you prefer.
No.
Your meeting, I'm just living in it.
What's easier for you, Jesse?
Want to come on up to the? Sure, we'll come on.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I guess so far this quarter from the police side of things, the town of Ossining, a total of, I'll just give you some numbers, some crime stats, I guess. 22 arrests have been made. We have 22 cases stemming from those vehicle and traffic summonses. 364 tickets have been written. The town so far this year, that's up until today. 34 parking tickets.
Town or town and village?
Town.
Okay.
Town only. Out of that breakdown, most of the arrests are, mostly traffic related. So, there's one, dog at large and, one open burn summons for town ordinance tickets, but the rest of them are traffic related, DWI, suspended registrations, suspended licenses and things like that. Other than that, we have increased traffic enforcement started this week out on Route 9 and 9A. Special patrol operations will be covering portions of the town and the village or any things that might pop up that need a little extra attention. So it's a unit designed specifically for that task, and they roll out and they're eager to. Other than that, Lieutenant Mayorana, who is the town liaison to the police department, has some interesting things to talk about the critical infrastructure grant for the project down at the waterfront.
I do want to say I saw the sign on Underhill
Yeah,
and I was watching people hit their brakes, so
yeah.
doing something.
Yeah, I don't want to give you any numbers just yet, but they're very
there one day.
interesting. And they show that for the most part, that people are actually abiding by the speed limit. So it's definitely some interesting numbers that are coming through. So
Thank you.
Good evening. All right, so I'm here to talk to you guys about the critical infrastructure grant. We at the police department applied for it. Actually in 2019, it's been extended a few times. The grants are a couple years behind. I think this year we applied for the 2021 grant and we're in 2024. So they're a few years back, but it has been extended. We received $50,000 in Department of Homeland Security funding to help secure Lewis Angle Park down at the waterfront. It's just mainly just target hardening efforts. The park is an area of mass gathering and critical infrastructure, which is unique to unique facility in New York State. Not many places are both. The grant was for either a critical area of critical infrastructure or mass gathering. Ours happens to be both. You have the ferry, the train, the prisons there, the oil yard to the north, Con Ed substations to the north. There's a lot of critical infrastructure that surrounds the park, and we use it generally in the warmer months, but we use it for the concert series, the 4th of July. There can be a few thousand, so close to 10,000 people there, depending on the event. So a big portion of that grant money is going to be used to have closed circuit television cameras down there that'll be monitored here at the police desk down at the waterfront. And it'll also have, they call them ALPRs, automated license plate readers. One will be at either bridge. So if you come in or out of the park, it'll pick up your license plate. helps us. If there's a missing child, the spray park's down there. There's a lot of little kids that play down there. If somebody wanders off or if somebody grabs a kid, God forbid, we can at least have a plate and have a starting point to start an investigation. We're looking to move forward with that project. The annual, there's a reoccurring cost for it. You have to pay for the internet to be there to provide the feed for the cameras for us. It requires 3 different sites, one for each of the license plate readers and one for the camera system that covers the park itself. They're about $40 a month each. But barring that, it's pretty much self-sufficient. It's also the license plate readers are also monitored by the Westchester County Real-Time Crime Center. There's somebody that's monitoring those license plates 24 hours a day. So should we have something happen down there, our eyes are on it, and there's also a second layer of eyes on it with the Real-Time Crime Center with the county police. We're looking to move forward with that project, and I'm excited for it. I think it's really a big step forward for us. You have any questions?
We're gonna see how it works out. We may, if their grant doesn't cover the Wi-Fi, then to cover that. I think it's well worth it. We're gonna try to layer that on top of our grant to get Wi-Fi in the park so that they have the Wi-Fi that they need. So I think they'll dovetail nicely, and we'll have some nice security. There's a water park there, there's kids, there's camps, and so many other things that go on at the riverfront. I think this is a long time coming. It'll be great. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Lieutenant, just one question. Now, is Metro North going to play a part in that too? Do they watch? Do they?
It's yet to be determined. I'd like to say that they will. I haven't gotten a commitment yet from them. It'll definitely be us. Our desk here will have 24-hour access to the cameras. And like I said, the county police real-time crime center will also have access to the plate readers. And those also function as cameras, but they also take a picture of the license plates.
Thank you.
Yep.
I actually have an unrelated question, more related to you were talking about monitoring 9A. I was wondering if you could tell me, when was the last time the Westchester County Solid Waste Commission reached out to you guys to do truck stops?
I don't know. I can find out.
Okay.
Good answer.
That's fine. In my experience, they're supposed to reach out to not just our police department, all police departments that run along 9A. They're supposed to organize with you, intermittent truck stops, make sure that certain trucks are licensed, that their trucks are covered properly so that all the garbage that we see all along 9A is not, flying out of the back of the truck.
Right.
So I would just like to mention to you, if you need a contact at the Solid Waste Commission, if you're interested in organizing such a truck stop, just let me know. I am meeting with the commission tomorrow. So if I can mention something to them, but they should be reaching out to you intermittently to organize a truck stop. Usually they do it at the corner of 9A and 134.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'm unsure of any correspondence that happened prior to me starting the job. So I will definitely find out. If not, definitely have them reach out. And as we all know, that stretch of 9A is a heavily traveled commercial vehicle route. And there is a lot of dunnage that comes off the trucks. And it's it's not only a hazard for motorists, but it's also very unsightly. And combined with the DOT checks, I don't see any reason why that can't be accomplished.
Okay. It's also the trucks that go up to the burn plant. Those are also regulated by Department of Environmental Facilities. And again, same thing. I'd be happy to make contact
Sure.
for you as well.
That'd be great.
Be nice to have the trucks covered properly so we don't get as much garbage on the roads. That would. And then, if they're overweight, that does even more damage than.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Typically we bring in the state DOT with the state police unit that does the scales for that, and they take the axle weights and things like that.
Great. Thanks. So between that and you getting a handle on the people speeding, we'll be in great shape.
Yeah, it'll be good spring.
Well, congratulations. Welcome.
Good luck.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, welcome.
No
And
problem.
thank you, Lieutenant.
Thank you.
I look forward to finishing that project. All right.
Okay,
moving on.
Town Building Inspector, John Turnquist.
Good evening. I'm John Turnquist. The building department seems to be operating smoothly and efficiently. We are getting, continue to get heat pump applications, solar panels, various alterations, repairs to houses, porches, some interior work, bathrooms. There are some new projects that are coming through. There's a couple of new houses off of North State Road, Deer Trail towards Briarcliff, the new house. There's also a diner possibly in the shopping center across from Terra Rustica. Various things going on. We continue with the inspections, building inspections, plumbing. Keeps us busy. The office staff is busy with tree permits, building permits, foils, and scheduling. We did do a NISBOC training over the last week or the week before. It was a couple of days in White Plains, and it was building inspector training. Tomorrow, we're going to start the Municity 5 training.
Good.
Various alterations, additions. For roughly year to date, 24,000 came into the building department. I can give a breakdown by email of the permits that are issued, electric, plumbing, alteration. I don't have that list with me.
Okay.
Fire inspections, annual fire inspections, accessory apartment inspections, miscellaneous complaints. We've had a lot of water issues recently. Water that we can't act on. I don't believe we can act on because a lot of them are not by projects that were going on. They're just ongoing water issues because of the volume of rain we've had. That's what it appears to be so far with me, but there have been a number over the past few days.
I know I saw one come in, but isn't it true that you can't have your drainage run into and damage your neighbor's property? Aren't you responsible to mitigate that somehow?
It might be
As a
case
general
specific,
rule?
though. I don't, yeah, I gotta see which one it is. There's one we
Okay.
had a number of water coming
Okay.
onto one particular property. So I'll look into it, though.
Okay, I just thought that was the law, that your runoff can't damage your neighbor's property. Oh, okay. So if it's coming out of your rain gutters or your sump pump, it's one thing. If it's just rain coming. Okay, I think it was a drainage pipe in. Okay,
What else?
volleyball.
Yeah, we have had some issues with the volleyball. I've been looking through that daily or every other day and just monitoring what's going on.
Thank you. The same. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Any questions? John, thank you for your good work you do.
Supervisor and Town Board announcements.
All right. So presidential primary election is Tuesday, April 2nd. You may participate in early voting at the Joseph G. Caputo Recreation Center on Wednesday, the 27th, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Thursday, 11 to 8 p.m., 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday, the 29th, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday, the 30th, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I think Sunday also from
No,
no,
Sunday, it's
Sunday.
because it's Easter. There's
It's Easter.
so
Okay.
there's no early voting on Sunday or Monday. There's never early voting on
Not
the
the day before. Okay. And then the presidential primary election is April 2nd, where you would vote at your regular polling place. As we continue the month of Ramadan, I wish all who observe Ramadan Kareem. We are accepting applications for seasonal jobs in the Highway and Parks Department. If you are interested, please submit an employment application to Martha Kuntisaka at thetownofaustining.com by 4:30 p.m. on April 5th. March is Women's History Month. And to honor our local women, Bethany Arts Community will have has an exhibit curated by Caroline Curvan entitled Remarkable Women in and Around Ossining, which runs from March 15th to April 5th. You need help with your taxes, free assistance through the Volunteer Income Tax Assistant Program is available. For more help and information, check out my supervisors upstate or call United Way 211 helpline at 1-800-899-1479. Hudson Valley Books for Humanity is accepting origami birds, animals, peace signs, and flowers as they redecorate their store for the season. If you'd like to contribute, drop off your pieces no later than Saturday, March 30th. Tomorrow evening, the Ossining Public Library is hosting a virtual event, Barbie American Icon, which looks at the history of Barbie. You can register for the event and Zoom link on the Ossining Public Library website. T-Town is hosting Empowering Municipalities, Unlocking Energy Efficiency Opportunities and Resources for Building Upgrades on March 28th at 6:30 p.m. The Ossining Public Library is hosting an Adult Financial Empowerment Forum led by the Ossining Microfund on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Out and About at T-Town is T-Town's third queer hike through Hidden Valley and up to the Overlook Trail. It's Saturday at 1 p.m. and check their website for details. Also, the Ossining Public Library has special events for teens. Foodie Fun, Pokeball cookie decorating will be Tuesday, April 2nd at 4:30. Green Ossining's 14th Annual Earth Day Festival will be Saturday, April 20th at the waterfront park. If you need help with your winter utility bills, because it still seems to be cold out, please go to the New York State Department of Public Service at www.dps/ny.gov/winter. And save the date for the Elks 100th anniversary, September 15th, 2024, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the QWL building at Sing Sing Correctional, which is itself a really cool building. Be there or be square. Okay. My colleagues have any announcements? Okay, thank you.
Do we have any liaison reports?
Well, Green Ossining has their annual Earth Day Festival, so I know that. And I pretty much put all the liaison stuff right into my announcement. So
There
we're
we
good.
go. Now, do we want to move visitor recognition up?
Yes.
So we're going to move visitor recognition up from the end of the agenda. So tonight, I believe we have the Elks Club here. Would you come up to the mic?
Introduce yourselves.
Good evening. I'm Sherry Picarello, Exalted Ruler of the Ossining Elks. There's some members here with me this evening. Thanks for letting us come and talk to you guys. As you know, Elks Lodges bring much more to a community than just a building. We invest in the community through our programs that help children grow up healthy and drug-free, meet the needs of today's veterans, and improve the quality of life. We offer a hoop shoot program for young adults and sponsor many other events, such as our weekly live jazz music that's even open to the community. Elks are a generous charitable foundation that each year gives millions in scholarships, an inspiration to youth, and a friend to veterans and more. We're here this evening to make you aware that this is our 100th anniversary year. We're celebrating this with a gala event on the QWL property on September 15th, and we would like to invite you all to attend. Thank you.
Don Girolamo, past district deputy, Grand Exalted Ruler, and the lodge sponsor. Supervisor is a member. Angelo's a member. You two could be next. And our chief is a member of the Yorktown Elks Lodge. Just a briefly, the history of the Elks. 155 years ago, Shakespearean actors and stagehands that wanted to drink on Sunday got together and called themselves the Jolly Corks. Because there was no, back then we had blue laws, there was no one, they couldn't go anywhere else. So they got together, and one of them passes away and leaves 5 kids. They feel bad. They raise money for the kids and they say, hey, this is nice. Let's go out in the community and do this. No one would take them seriously. So we became the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks. So that's why everything we do is fancy with titles, exalted ruler, leading knight, esquire, things like that.
Kittens.
And we're still doing it. And our legacy continues with our jazz.
Yeah.
So love for you to come to our annual, our big celebration, the 100th annual, we thought it'd be fitting to have it at Sing Sing. Since we were Sing Sing, I guess when founded. And there's a lot of old Elks on there. One of them, I think, was Lieutenant Governor of New York. And if you look at our old exalted rulers, it's all the street names. Yeah. So please come, consider joining. I know you'd love to join. And we have our secretary, Cindy Smart, Geralamo, and our chair of the trustees, John Codman. And of course, our great exalted ruler going out. We did 2 years. Great job. And we're so proud of her, Sherry Piccarello. Thank you for letting us come.
I actually have a question. So if someone did want to become a member, how do you do it?
You get an application from one of us. The only criteria is you have to believe in God and be an American citizen.
Okay.
Any God. I mean, it doesn't have to be the big guy in the sky.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the criteria. You can't.
I mean, like, do we come to your building and get an application? It's not online. Like,
No, it
And
has,
what's the address?
people should know, like, how.
yeah, there's a process.
Okay.
You get an application. We have a membership committee that, sees what you want to do.
Okay.
But I will bring you one.
Okay. Thank you.
But for the general public, the building is on Croton Avenue,
118 Croton Avenue.
118 Croton Avenue.
Used to be the Brasserie
They have
Swiss.
phenomenal jazz every Thursday, so you can stop in, check it out, and, ask for an application if you like the vibe.
I have been there.
It used to be the Brasserie Swiss, and before that, the old timers known it as Briglione's.
Riglione's, I
And
remember.
I still have the red and white checkered tablecloths from Riglione's.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice.
There's no resident restrictions, right? Resident restrictions, anybody can join, right?
Anyone can join.
Doesn't have to be.
Sherry she lives in Montrose.
All right,
Yeah.
good.
Our newest member lives in Peekskill, I think.
Nice.
So we poach from Yorktown everywhere. Anybody have any questions?
Thank
Thanks for letting us.
Thank you for all that you do in the community.
Congratulations.
You,
We go now?
You can go now.
you're finished.
You have a meeting.
Love you to stay for the whole meeting.
All right.
Okay, do we have public comments on agenda items? Do we have anyone in our virtual world that would like to make a public comment on agenda items? Not seeing anyone raise their hand. Board resolution, approval of minutes, March 12th, 2024. Resolved that the town board of the town of Austining hereby approves the March 12th, 2024 minutes of the regular meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of voucher detail report. Resolved that the town board of the town of Austining hereby approves the voucher detail report dated March 26, 2024 in the amount of $176,745.90. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Correction, 99 cents.
I apologize, 99 cents.
On the
Second.
correction.
All in
Thank you.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Justice Court Town Constable. Resolved that the town board hereby appoints the following position of town constable at an hourly rate of $50 an hour to serve at the pleasure of the board during calendar year 2024. Raymond Mia, Yonkers, New York. Do I have a
moved.
motion?
That's second.
Finally found somebody for Tuesday. All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution Metro North Earth Day Agreement. Be it resolved that the town supervisor is hereby authorized to enter into a short-term parking permit with the Metropolitan Transportation Authority and the Metro North Commuter Railroad Company to allow the town to utilize 112 parking spaces in the Metro North Austining Parking Facility on Earth Day for the Earth Day Festival on April 20th, 2024. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Permission to sell alcohol in the town of at the town of Ossining Earth Day. Resolved that the Captain Lawrence Brewing Company, 6 Degrees or Less Brewery, and the Sing Sing Kill Brewery are each authorized to operate a concession stand during the Earth Day event to be held on April 20th, 2024 at the Lewis Angle Waterfront Park in the town of Ossining, and to sell for consumption by persons over the 21 years of age at the events the company's beer products. Captain Lawrence Brewing Company, 6 Degrees or Less Brewery, and the Sing Sing Kill Brewery will obtain, with consent of the town, all necessary permits, including the event permit from the New York State Liquor Authority, and will provide proof of insurance and a letter of indemnity to the town in the form acceptable to the council to the town. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Agreement, Planet Technologies, resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining authorizes the supervisor to sign an agreement with Planet Technologies, 9801 Washington Boulevard, Suite 360 in Maryland, 20878 for Azure consumption-based license.
So moved.
Second.
Oh,
All in favor?
Aye.
scared me for a second. Well, you switched on me. Memorandum of Understanding, Hudson River Valley Gateway Extension on Grant. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining authorizes the supervisor to sign a memorandum of understanding with the Hudson River Valley Greenway for the purposes of the extension to the $10,000 Greenway Compact Grant funding to the Open Space Preservation Plan for the town of Ossining for another 2-year period. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank
All
you.
in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Means you
Lease
can have
agreement. Deluge Landon Financial Services, Inc. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining authorizes the budget officer to sign a 60-month lease agreement with Deluge Landon Financial Services, Inc., 134 West 26th Street, New York, 10001 for a copier for the clerk's office. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Memorandum of Agreement for the 2024 to 2028 Town of Ossining Local 456 International Brotherhoods of Teamsters AFL-CIO Unit. Be it so resolved that upon recommendation of the town supervisor, the town board hereby approves the memorandum of agreement between the town of Ossining and the local 456 International Brotherhood of Teamsters AFL-CIO, covering the period of January 1, 2024 through December 31st, 2028, and authorizes the expenditure of funds consistent therewith, and therefore be it resolved that the town supervisor is authorized to execute the collective bargaining agreement covering the period from January 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2028, that is consistent with the terms of the memorandum of agreement. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
2023 year-end budget adjustment. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining approves the budget adjustment for the year-end 2023. It's a general fund for a tax receiver of $100 to be transferred in and $100 to be transferred out. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Is there anyone in the virtual world that would like to have visitor recognition? Seeing no one? May I have a motion to adjourn into executive session for advice of counsel and pending litigation?
Yes.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you for joining us this evening. Please join us April 2nd for our work session and probably a special meeting. Thanks.